Hello and welcome back to another video, and make the honor here. We are doing part 2 of what if Izuku Midoriya was abandoned. Before we get into the video, I would like you to leave any suggestions of any videos you would like me to do down below, and I'll look into it. Please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you be updated on my daily uploads. And yeah, let's get into it. Right after Izuku had passed the entrance exam of the school, he had automatically gotten his letter back and gotten first place. He showed the old lady, and the old lady was very happy for him. He then says, well, Grandma, is it okay if I still stay here, right? It's okay if I still stay here. She says, of course. But I hope you stay safe. Don't get injured. He chuckles and says, I won't. Says, okay, child. Okay. He goes to sleep. The next day he gets his letter. First place, he already had gotten his letter. The next day he gets dressed and goes to school. As he heads to school, he meets this kid, Tokoyami. Tokoyami. And Tokoyami sees Izuku and says, wait, you're that kid at the entrance exams. I remember you. Izuku then says, oh, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know. He says, I'm Tokoyami. And he says, oh, well, I'm Izuku Midoriya. Hey, how are you? He says, I'm good. Maybe we could be friends. Tokoyami says, and I know Tokoyami's more like a dark guy. He still is, but he thinks Izuku's pretty cool. Then Tokoyami asks what Izuku's quirks is. Izuku then says, well, it's a secret for now. Well, I guess I could tell you. I have laser eyes. And then Tokoyami says, really? Is it just laser eyes? Because I'm pretty sure that was not the only thing you did. My bad. Izuku says, yeah, it's a secret. Alright, let's head to school. They head to school, and as Izuku walks in, there's a lot of people that see him, and they see him. They're all shocked to see him. Bakugo thinks little of Izuku when he was a child. He says, since Izuku, till that day, he got notified he was quirkless. Yeah, it doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter, whatever. And then, pretty much Izuku, and pretty much Bakugo just ignores it. He says, that's definitely not Izuku, but, man, just reminds me of him. Izuma just thinking of her brother, kind of misses him, but then again also hates him. But she still misses her. She misses her brother because it was her twin brother. She just went with the flow to be mean because, her parents were doing the same. But also, she does not, the last part, says she was, but she didn't. She didn't even talk to him. Izuku just saw her and wished she didn't go to school. And when he walked in and saw Izumi, he kind of just get gloomy. He walks straight to a seat and doesn't talk to nobody. He walks straight to the back. This spot is right next to Shoto Todoroki. Shoto and Izuku look at each other. He says, hey. Shoto says, hey. Izuku then says, that's a bad scar. Shoto says, don't want to talk about it. Izuku then says, okay. Then Aizawa walks in with a beanbag. Not a beanbag, a sleeping bag. And he says, took you guys a while, just shut up. I'm gonna have to train you guys well. Well, meet me on the training grounds. And no, we're not going to orientation, so don't ask, says Aizawa. They all head down there and they get in their suits. Izuku is actually pretty big. He's taller than Shoto, and he's about as tall as Shoji. Shoji's his name, right? The kid with the doobly arms. He's a little taller than him, but Izuku's also super buff. They're doing the testing, and Aizawa says, well, we're going to be going through a bunch of these tests. Just to see your capabilities. Your physical capabilities. And then, and then the kids, they don't really say nothing. They just reacted to this. But then Aizawa says, just so you guys don't think this is a game. Last place. Oh, my bad. Last place is expelled. Everybody pretty gets shocked, and some of them gasp. They're like, some of the kids, Izuku and Shoto and Tokoyami and Bakugo and Izumi aren't really stunned, as they know they're going to be doing pretty well. With such capable quirks they think they have. They do have. Then Aizawa then says, okay, Izuku Midoriya, first up. Usually you'll go last, but I really want to see your strength. I saw a lot of strength when you punched that robot. Or just destroyed that robot with your body. Izuku then goes, he says, okay. He says, throw this ball as far as you can as with all your strength. Izuku throws the ball, and it just blasts off, leaving a shockwave. A really hard shockwave. It blasts into the kid's back. He throws it so hard it gets infinity. Everybody in the class, yeah, like Izuku, he doesn't really care. He's like, yeah, first place. Whatever. He's like, whatever. And then some of the girls will say this, how many Izuku get all the ladies. I don't care what you say. This one, he get all the ladies, bro. I don't care, bro. Okay, and then Aizawa was actually pretty shocked at this. And he's pretty what's it called? Curious. So he tells Izuku, throw the ball with the same strength again. Aizawa then lights up his eyes, trying to get off Izuku's quirk, and Izuku throws it and gets infinity again. But this time it was just with Izuku's, and this time Aizawa is just like pretty scared as he sees that his quirk didn't work. He's freaked out. Aizawa thinks it's like, and then Aizawa says, Izuku Midoriya, was that pure strength or was that your quirk? Izuku says, that was pure strength. If I did it with my quirk, it wouldn't really work because my quirk is laser eyes. As he tries to keep he's like the god of earth, pretty much like that. He says, if I did it with my quirk, it's laser eyes, it wouldn't really have an effect. Of course, it was physical strength. He walks away, and this makes it even more. All the girls fuss. All the girls like, not just one. All the girls, bro. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, they go through it. Izuku's just like, on all the strength tests, he blitzes through. And then, for Izuma, he's actually pretty mad at. Like, he doesn't like Izuma after she, like, bullied him and stuff as a kid. Let him beat him, throw him around the house, and yada, yada, yada. When she does the running test, he makes the mud, like, muddy. He makes the floor muddy to a point where she kind of sinks in, making her slower, trying to get her expelled. I know so you're like, what? Izuku wouldn't do that. This is different. Izuku's different. Come on, like, he went as a child, just because he was quirkless and his sister wasn't. He was abused by his parent, his step-parent, and his sister. His sister, who's the same age as him, just because she has a quirk. Thrown around the house by her because she has a telekinesis quirk. And then he was in the streets for a while, and then was found by a villain that he didn't even know was a villain, and treated and like was a dad to him. And then figured out he was a villain and thought that he was being used. Figured out that Izuku was being used, so he had to run away from there. So yeah, she pretty much ruined his life too, kind of. But, like, he not finna not be mad. What do you expect? Like, would you be mad or not? Like, I would want her expelled. My bad. A little thirsty. So, yeah. So yeah, he's really trying, but her telekinesis kind of gets in the way a little bit. He could have tried harder if he wanted to, but he didn't want to look suspicious. So yeah, he does this. They pretty much the whole thing, like Izuku just keeps getting infinity. Like the grip thing, he breaks it. Izuku breaks the grip monitor, like he it's like destroyed. And with his like pure strength alone, he can still lift up he can lift up cars and buildings. He can lift up trucks with pure strength alone, no difficulty. Like this Izuku is universal right here. Like he universal. Like we on off. I don't care about nothing, bruh. So pretty much, yeah, he pretty much gets like the best on all of them. He first place by a mile. Stronger than one for all. Stronger than one for all. Just telling y'all right now. All Might sees is like, whoa, whoa. Oh my bad. He'll be like, whoa, nah. This kid crazy. He ain't stronger than one for all though. He thinks, And then All Might sets up for a training with Izuku to spar with him. I don't know. Izuku's kind of confused. He's like, oh well. Then as they start sparring, like after that, they like at closer to night on the beach, they start sparring. So they spar, and then like All Might is actually like really using all his strength, and Izuku's over here one hand in him, boom, he does a punch to the stomach, and does like damage just like All For One did. Well, stronger than that, and it like gets him out of his buff form. This causes All Might to be shown to Izuku. Nobody else is really around. Nobody sees this except for Izuku. Izuku says, oh, "You're strong, stronger than anybody else on this earth. I know you. I was a humongous fan, All Might. Of course, there has to be a limit to that quirk. Something that strong for this world." All Might says, "This world." He says, "Whatever." Izuku says, because yeah, whatever. All Might then says, "Kid, how'd you get so strong?" "That can't be pure strength." He said, It is. Now don't ask questions. Please don't," says Izuku. He walks away and he says, "I won't say nothing to nobody, as you can obviously tell. It's a secret." Sorry, drink the water. I give me some. All Might is just shocked. He goes home thinking, what's the point if this kid becomes villain? There's no stopping him. Can't even stop him with One For All. Oh my bad. So if I could prevent him by giving, if I make him a hero, I can make him a hero. Give him that hero spirit. And if I do that, I can give him One For All. And nobody could stop him. He'll be the strongest hero and protect everybody in the world. All Might thinks to himself. Izuku still is kind of heroic and is pretty nice to the elderly. But to kids his age who he thinks are annoying, not much. So then there's this girl named Uraraka who walks up to Izuku. He says, "Well, hey Izuku, you seem so strong. Can you teach me how you got so strong? I heard it was from no powers, just strength-wise." He walks away. He says, "Why are you talking to me?" She says, well, I was asking if you can teach me how to get stronger." Izuku says, "My whole life, people really didn't want to talk to me. Now all of a sudden people do. It's kind of confusing. I'm not really eligible to talk to people. You know that? So, I have no way of training you. I don't really come in contact with people, as I've always been beaten, thrown out, neglected. Many things happened to me as a child. I'm sorry, but no." Izuku says to Ochako. This just shocks Ochako to hear what he has said, and just explaining this much. And then Izuku says, I don't think, in his mind he says, I don't think I should have told her all that, whatever. And then he walks away. Ochako doesn't even say a thing. She actually looks kind of sad, feeling that she might have hurt his feelings. Then she just brushes it off and goes home. So after that, next day at school, no, about a week later, it's time for the hero training course. All Might does team heroes versus team villains. And yeah, pretty much, same teams. It's Deku instead of Deku Ochako. It's gonna be Deku and Suyu, and that's the ship. Weird, but I'm gonna do like almost every girl ship with him. Except for probably Invisible Girl. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not gonna do it. Is she invisible? You gonna date an invisible? Would you date an invisible girl that you can never see? No, because what if it's a guy? No offense, nothing like that. Sorry, if you guys can hear anything outside, just ignore it. So yeah, Izuku sees the suit, and usually she thinks that these people over here might talk to him, but Sui says, well, I think we should start planning. So what's the idea? Izuku says, you take the short way up, I'll take the long way. Anybody who tries to fight, if I sense anybody trying to come at you, I'll help you. And she kind of blushes as he sees Suyu. He sees that Suyu is pretty like nice, and of course he likes frogs, and she's like a froggish human. He doesn't like frogs like that, but it's like she's like a frog, a mix between them. He can kind of read her mind a little bit. He sees that she's a kind soul. And then Izuku says, well, if anything happens, just come to me. I can help out with a little bit. She says, what do you mean? You only have laser eyes, am I right? He says, oh yeah. But if you need help, just come. She says, okay, I guess. So they go in, and they pretty much like Suyu makes it up pretty fast because Izuku sensed Katsuki Bakugo coming at them, and Izuku just smacks Bakugo easily, one hit knockout. Really, he didn't even use like a punch. Like he really just hit the air by him. Like this is over here like One Punch Man, but he didn't make a hole through his body or destroy him or blow his body up or whatever like that through the air. Through the air, he knocked him out. All of the shock waves and stuff like that caused Bakugo to be knocked out because he hit the wall super hard. So you see him kind of blush. She says, "What a strong man." So yeah, that pretty much happens. And then Izuku is and then after that Izuku runs up and he sees Ida. Ida runs and kicks Suyu, and Izuku, she he already got a little feelings, and like Ida actually hits her, and Izuku comes in and boom punches Ida. Not with all his strength, because he's trying to hold back, punch him hard, this like right in the stomach, blood comes out of his mouth, and he gets knocked out. See, and then he goes to Suyu, as Suyu actually has like blood on her face, like she's bleeding from her nose and mouth. He heals her, and Suyu shocked that that he healed her. She doesn't question, as she's not really one of the questionable types like that. She'd ask questions every often, but not something in a situation like this. Then Suyu jumps up and touches the bomb, and All Might says, "Time's up." And this was all done in about 5 minutes. It took him 5 minutes to go get that bomb. So yeah, the rest of them go on, and the only one pretty shocking was how Todoroki froze the whole thing and won that easily. Second was when the rest went on, and Bakugo and Todoroki was the only really interesting one besides the one with Izuku. All the kids who watch Izuku are just like pretty jealous, including Shoto. So yeah, all the kids, all the principal, all the students and principal has hoarded him. And about like a day later, the teachers asked for Izuku if he's to move in. He says, "But at home I have somebody to take care of." Then they say, "Oh yeah, you mean old Granny Chiho? Not Chiho from Naruto. I just thought of that name, and she's nicer than Chiho, because Chiho not really that nice though. I ain't gonna lie to you." And yeah, she said we have her in care at a lovely old people home or whatever they're called. She's actually happy and enjoys it. She gets to talk to people with other her age, and she's even met somebody that she knew back in grade school. Izuku then smiles. He says, "Wow, that's great. Well, I guess I would move in." Oh, yeah. By the way, Granny Chio had left a note for you. She says, "Dear Izuku, I heard you might be moving in to the UA. Very proud of you. Very proud of what you achieved." And then Izuku asks, "Well, why do you guys want me to move in? There's nobody else." So she says, "Well, there are about a few other kids moving in as we admire their strength. There's other kids in your class that are good, but not as good as these kids. So we have you, Shoto Todoroki, Tsuyu Asui, Momo Yajirozu, and Katsuki. No, not Katsuki. Not Momo Yajirozu. That's about it." He says, "Well, do I get my own room? Bathroom?" He says, "Yes, you do." He says, "Yes." He knows all this stuff, and when they see his stuff, there's hardly anything. They see some clothes and the bed, and that's pretty much it. That's about it. Nothing really special. There's some clothes in the bed, and I guess they put a TV in there. They gave Izuku a TV. So after that, about a few weeks later, they are told to be going on a field trip. Everybody is, and after about a while, Izuku and Suyu have been seeing each other. They're not dating or nothing like that, but they know they have strong feelings for each other. So as they get on the bus, Izuku and Suyu sit next to each other as they smile at each other, and yeah, they head there. Then one of the kids on the bus, not Suyu, Kirishima says, "Hey, Izuku, you see, I'm very manly, but I want to know, what is your quirk?" He says, "I've told you guys, it's just laser eyes. There's no way you get that strong with just physical strength alone." He says, "Well, the internet can help you with anything." They say, "I guess." They obviously, in their minds, say, "There's no way this dude is that strong without a quirk. He must be keeping something a secret." Izuku can hardly read humans' mind, but when there's a bunch of people thinking of the same thing at once, he can read at least one of theirs. But when it comes to animal people, or like Suyu, he could read. But when it comes to animals and anything like that, he can read their mind. Anything with Earth, Izuku could use. It don't matter. Like, he controls the Earth, even rock, cement, and steel itself. He's very, 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 very strong. Like, he could destroy the Earth in one punch if he wanted to. And yeah. So they head here, and Kirishima is pretty much walking out. Well, everybody's walking out, and then red hair boy Kirishima says, "Whoa, look at all this. They even have fake villains too." As you see some fake villains quotation mark, walking out of this blue portal, this purple portal. Then Aizawa shouts that those aren't fake villains. Those aren't fake villains. And just to let you know, never mind. Yeah, those aren't fake villains. And then Aizawa was about to jump, but Izuku just speed blitzes and just takes out all those villains all at once, except for the ones that have been teleported to the other areas. He's pretty excited, and this is where I'm going to end the video, and let's go. So yeah, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you be updated on my daily uploads. And yeah, leaving a suggestion down below if you want me to look into it, and peace out.